Hello and welcome to episode 1 of Chapel Chats. So this episode will be basically all about the lockdown and the coronavirus, because it's been, just crazy, right? Absolutely crazy, like, for everyone, literally everyone. And you can't have a conversation without being like, oh, ain't it mad, or oh, can't wait for it to get back to normal, or just anything along those lines, like, it will pop up. So basically, I did do a little blog post about this, which is over on my website, www.chapelscompeting.co.uk. You can find that there, but I done that at the beginning of the lockdown, and I did say that I would do another one towards the end of it. We are still in a form of lockdown. I'm going to be going back to work next week, so that's why I think that now is a good time for me to do this. We first heard of the coronavirus in January, because it started over in China, and middle January my sister was going to Australia, so she went off to Australia, and I think my dad put a news article in our WhatsApp group chat basically saying some people in China had coronavirus, and we were just like, okay, thanks. Literally thought nothing of it. And then as like the days went on, the weeks went on, there was more and more news reports about the coronavirus in China. And we was just like, well, it's in China, like, it's not going to come over here, is it? Like, whatever. But then obviously it was spreading over to more countries. When it came to February, early February, my sister was coming back from Australia, so she had to land in Singapore. So she flew from Sydney to Singapore to home. But obviously because the coronavirus had spread over to there as well, she had to buy a mask and everything. Yeah, that was she sent us a picture of her in a big old mask. But yeah, when she got back, like, I don't know who said it to her. I think her and her friend looked at them. But if she had any symptoms, because there was this list of countries that you had to watch out for symptoms if you'd been there, and Singapore was one of those. So although she was only there for like a drop in and whatever, it was still there, so she still had to keep an eye out. But she didn't have any symptoms, so she was fine. But yeah, that's when it was getting a bit more known. But anyway, we were still just like, oh, won't come here. But then it just kind of escalated really quickly from there, because it was in March when, well, I think it was, from what I remember, more cases in like the UK, and then like deaths in the UK. And then it was like mid-March when it was actually like quite a bit more serious, and there was like loads of cases and quite a few deaths. And then we was all waiting on like the Boris Johnson speech every night, and then it got to the point where he was closing places, and then it was announced that he was going to close schools. And I work in a children's day nursery, and obviously we had to close. This was announced on a Wednesday, and yeah, Friday was the day that we had to close. But so many parents kept their children off anyway, because they were like, no, I'm not going to chance it, not going to risk it. Yeah, so obviously it was announced that we was going to have to close because we're following the government guidelines, blah, blah, blah. And the parents were like, how long are you going to be closed for? And no one knew. Like, they were saying to me, like, when are you going to open again? And I was like, I don't know. And it was 2 weeks before the Easter holidays. And obviously the Easter holidays are 2 weeks long. And I was just like, I don't know. So like, hopefully after the Easter holidays everything will be open. How wrong was I? But that was just like my kind of wishful thinking, because didn't realise how bad it would get. I don't think anyone did. Like, everyone was just saying how quickly it's all happened, and how no one can believe that it's over here where it started in China. People just thought it would just like die out in China, but then all these other countries have got it now, and it's pretty bad, like really bad, really, really bad. So we had to close. So obviously I wasn't working, and I found that pretty hard, because I'm such a busy person, like 100-mile-an-hour person. I start work at 7, work until 4, but even on my lunch break I go to the stables, put the horses in the field, do some mucking out. Like, luckily I'm like 15 minutes away from work to the stable, so it's not that bad. I eat on the way there and on the way back, which is a bit bad. But yeah, that's just like how busy I am. And then after work, obviously, I'm back at the stables riding and whatnot, and then I get home at 6:30, 7. So my days are like 12 hours long plus sometimes. And then to not have such a big chunk of my day to do, I was really like, how am I going to cope? I used to work in a school, and I left the school job and went to the private nursery to work full time because I couldn't cope with not doing nothing. Like, it just made me angry that I don't know, just weird, strange. But yeah, so then the next worry was about the yard and what's going to happen there. Like, is the yard owner going to say, like, you're not allowed up? Because I was hearing about other yards that had completely, like, locked down and owners weren't allowed to go and see their horses, and they had to be on full livery or turned away. And obviously that would have been, like, worst nightmare, because at least through all of that I would have had the horses, so at least if I didn't have work I'd have the horses. So from what I remember, Boris's big speech, like the big lockdown speech, came on a Monday, and I was speaking to a girl from work and we were just like, don't want to watch it, can't watch it. But yeah, I watched it, and that was when he said he brought in all the stuff about people only leaving home to go shopping for essentials or to care for someone, or go to work if you had to go to work. But if you could work from home, blah, 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 all that. And so then we were just waiting for the yard group chat to see what was going on, and basically we was really lucky. He just said not everyone at once, so like just pick your times to come up, do what you need to do and go. So there wasn't really any like strict time restrictions or anything, or it was just go up there, do what you need to do and go, but just don't all go up there at once. So that was fine, managed all of that. But yeah, I was just really bored, really bored, because I'd go and do the horses in the morning, and then my sister would go in the evening. So I was going up there once a day at the beginning, and it was just so boring. I just don't like sitting down, don't like doing nothing. To be honest, I don't really like being indoors. Not because I don't like, I mean, it's not nice, but because I'm never indoors, I'm never at home, I'm always out. It was just really weird to be at home. I mean, that sounds like I'm never at home, but literally just work and stables. Like, my home is just to sleep and shower, and that's it. So in March I set up a 30-day equine social media challenge, and basically I set it up for myself because I was worried as well. I was like, oh my god, I'm not going to have anything to post about. Got nothing, which is silly really, because I was still going to say I could have still got content, because none of my content would come from work anyway. I think it was more probably the fact that I wasn't having lessons, but I was still riding, I could still ride, so I don't know why I was panicking. But I thought I would do a challenge to, one, give myself content ideas, and 2, make it public for other people to join in and give them content ideas, because if I'm feeling like this, then surely there's other people out there feeling the same way. So I thought, why not? Thought, do a 30-day. I've never done it before. So I looked for a bit of inspiration on Google, asked my family what type of questions I should put in and what I should do. So then I made all of that, made a little PDF file, felt so professional, and created a Facebook group, which grew really well actually. It had like more than 100 members in the first few days. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. For me, it is. I was really excited about it. So yeah, then the 1st of April came and we started the challenge, and so many people got involved on Facebook and on Instagram. So I was really pleased with that. And I mean, I had visions of it going a few days or even a few weeks and then just like dying out and people not getting involved anymore, but it lasted the whole 30 days and people were like, oh, so sad it's over, like, need to think about stuff to post them, because they was using this as content. So then I was like, oh my god, I've got to do something now. Like, these people, they want more, and I am the provider, I have to provide. So then I decided to do a mini challenge in May. Obviously still wasn't back at work, had all of April off. And yeah, so I decided to do another one, which was called the Mid-May Madness, and this one was a bit shorter because I thought surely people aren't going to want another long challenge, like one every day. So I thought I'd do a quick, short 7-day challenge. So yep, set all that up, done another PDF file. And again, more people getting involved, more people joining the group, Facebook, Instagram. And then what I was doing, I was checking the hashtag on Instagram every day to see people's posts and comment and like it and stuff like that. And it had, like, at the end of like the May challenge, it had like more than 500 posts of the hashtag. And I was just like, oh my god, wow, that's my hashtag, that's my name. And I was just like so like overwhelmed by it. It's only 500, but that's 500 of my name. People are using it. So that was really proud moment. So yeah, as well as doing all of this, I was obviously still going to the stables. I was still riding, a bit less. So I got Hattie in a routine of a ride day, a day off, a lunge, ride, day off, lunge. But on some of our lunge days I do pole work as well. So just to mix it up a bit, or jump her on the lunge, because there's no way I'm doing that on her back. So then the May challenge finished and I was like, oh my god, I've got this empty group now, like what am I going to do with it? Surely can't do a third challenge because that's just boring, like even for me I need a break from that. So I was just mucking out one day and I thought I'll do a photo competition. And I was like, yeah, like I've seen a few people, companies have done some. And I thought, yeah, why not? I'll do that. And so I thought at first I'll just do a little free fun competition, and I thought, no, I want to give something. If people are going to be entering a competition, I would enter a photo competition more if there was a potential prize, rather than just enter one for someone to say yes, you're the winner and give you a clapping emoji or something. So I decided to buy a few little rosettes, invest in them for the people. And then I was thinking, oh, but should I do like an entry? And I felt so bad to ask for an entry, because I thought like people would think that I'm being greedy or something, and I'm definitely not a greedy person. But I was thinking, if I'm going to be providing something, then surely a little entry fee is justifiable, because obviously I bought rosettes, I bought treats as well, and obviously I was paying for the postage. I didn't know how big the competition was going to be or how many people would enter, so I only done first place rosettes because I didn't want to buy all these rosettes, like first to sixth or first to third, and no one enter, or I'll have all these rosettes sitting at home, random rosettes sitting at home. So I just thought, no, I'll do first place, see, it's like the first one, see how it goes, and then if it goes well, then maybe I'll do another one like in the future and get more rosettes. So I set that up for June. I think I started it in May and let it run until like the 5th of June. Yeah, I think I started it towards the end of May and it ran through to the 5th of June. And people were entering and they was like actually paying. So then I started to approach some companies, and I approached companies and I just said, this is what I'm doing. Do you want to like give a prize to a winner? Because also my sponsor, she said that she'd get involved and help out as well. So what she was going to do was provide a like ultimate prize. So she said that she would offer someone a free mini photo shoot session. So what I decided was to make it fair. Each winner of a class would go into a draw, and then that like be a random draw, and then that person would win the photo shoot. So yeah, so then I was approaching the companies just saying like, this is what I'm planning on doing, would you be interested, blah blah blah. And I did manage to fill all 10 classes with a very kind company. I mean, obviously some couldn't do it at that time or was in competitions or giveaways with someone else, which is understandable, it's fine. But yeah, I was really pleased to have 10 companies and my sponsor on board as well, which was a big bonus, and I think that helped like encourage people more as well to enter, because there was more at stake than just a rosette and a bag of treats. Like there was an actual other prize as well as the main prize if you did win, potentially. So yeah, done all that. That was really fun. I didn't judge any of the classes because I just couldn't. And another thing as well, I felt like people might think that I favoured someone over someone because if I knew them or something or whatever, and I didn't want any of that, because I did have, again, more people join the group because I've done it all in the group. More people join the group to take part, and obviously some companies shared it and said like, we're offering a prize to a first place, get involved, and like more people joining. So yeah, I didn't want to judge and have people think that I was like favouring someone over someone, because obviously people enter their pictures and like that is their picture, like their favourite, and obviously they're going to think that that picture is, well, you wouldn't enter it unless you think like it's a winning photo. And obviously they were all so great. So yeah, I didn't want to judge and be like, oh, but you've only picked her because you know her or something, blah blah blah. Not like that. So yeah, so I had people judge for me, and then I just published the results, and I done a live Facebook draw. It was live, and it was scary because I've never done it before. Never will do it again probably. But no, I survived, so that's fine. Yeah, for the ultimate winner, and it was really good. And then I sent out all the rosettes and stuff, and people have just started to receive those, so that's all good. People are happy with that, and I'm happy. Yeah, this was like my next thing to do, which is what this is now, basically just talking about stuff, how I found things. So basically, you're all up to date now with the lockdown, so I'm going to be going back to work next week, which is going to be strange. There's not many children that are coming back actually. A lot of parents want to wait and see how it all pans out, so I suppose there's literally 7 that are coming back, and then there'll be probably a few more come July once they've seen how it all works. So yeah, it's going to be strange. Do I really want to go back? No, I don't, because I've just got used to this now, and I quite like it really, being a bit more relaxed, being a bit more like take my time. It has made me a bit lazy, I'm not going to lie. Like, I've been laying in, I've been going to bed late, I've been getting into some really bad habits, which is not going to do me any favours next week for when I go back. But it's been different, it's been refreshing really, and because of how much I used to do in a day, I would always be really tired and I'd get run down and I'd get ill quite a lot. But I've been fine. Like I've had like my old tired days where I've done a bit more or whatever, but I've been okay, better than what I thought I would have been. So yeah, I mean, lockdown has like brought all these opportunities to me, like setting up these little groups and doing these social media things. It's really helped my accounts, and I've met some really nice accounts and people, and yeah, I feel like I've got like a little community going on like Facebook and Instagram, which is nice. It feels like such a long time ago when lockdown was announced and how I was feeling back then, that now I am happy just doing this. I mean, who wouldn't be? So yeah, I mean, who knows what will happen in the future, if we'll get put on lockdown again, if a second wave of coronavirus hits or what. But I'm trying to tell myself that it is good to go back to work, and I'm trying to like tell myself that I am looking forward to it, but I'm not really looking forward to it. But things have to go back to normal. But if anything, what I've learned from this is to just like calm down a bit. Like, I don't need to run here, there and everywhere. If I could work a bit less, then I would, because I really do enjoy the social media and setting up these little things and like doing this, and this is what I enjoy. I'm not saying I don't enjoy my job, just saying I prefer this. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling on now, it's not really going anywhere. But yeah, so that basically was the lockdown and how I dealt with it and how I coped with it. And to be honest, it really wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. It's quite fun. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there. I may do one in a few weeks time or whatever, just to update on how work is going and how I'm finding that, because obviously I know it's going to be different, but I don't really know how it's going to be different yet until I go back. So we will wait and see on that one. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed episode 1, and I will be back soon for episode 2 of Chapel Chats.